Hey there, it's Kate McKibben here, and I've got a super quick little video today for those who have maybe funneled before and your funnel just didn't work. So today I want to share with you the top 3 reasons why a funnel will fail and what you can do to fix them. So come on, and I'll show you now. Awesome guys. Thank you so much for watching this video and joining me today. I'll try and keep it brief. Well, I'll try. So today I want to talk about what happens when your funnel fails, because I know a lot of you watching this would have been like, hey, I've tried a funnel before and it didn't work. So then all of a sudden you're like, well, and if that one time that I tried it didn't work, therefore it'll never work. And because obviously you're all busy and you want to make sure you're spending your time and money on the things that get you the best outcomes, if you try something and it doesn't work, you kind of like, all right, cut my losses, that's not for me, move on to the next strategy. Problem is that funnels work for everybody if they're done right. They just do. There is no reason why a funnel wouldn't work for you. I've got people inside my 5K funnel program who are from all walks of life and at all stages of business. We've got newbies, we've got people who've been doing it for years and years, people who have gone from making maybe 1 or 2 sales a month and now making like up to 80 sales a month, to those who are already making 6 figures and are wanting to just optimize and improve and expand and scale on that. And the thing is, this exact same funnel, it works for all of them. So if it can work for them, we're talking naturopaths, psychics, social media managers, like everybody, if it can work for them, it can work for you. But the thing is, I know a lot of you, as I said, you funneled before, you're feeling a little funnel fearful, maybe. You've been bitten by the funnel, you don't want to come back, once bitten, twice shy. Fair enough. So I just wanted to cover off the 3 main reasons why a funnel wouldn't work. And perhaps some of these will ding some bells for you and make you realize or make you see that actually it wasn't necessarily that funnels don't work for you. It's just you had made one of these really common mistakes, and we're going to show you how to fix them. So sound good? Awesome. If it sounds good, make sure you give me some hearts or some, thumbs up, whatever. Facebook loves that stuff. But let's dive right on in. So first one, sorry, I've got some notes over here. The first reason, and this is normally the main reason, to be honest, guys, like if you only watch this bit and then you have to go off and, have a Netflix break, totally fine, because this is probably going to be the thing that solves your problem. The first reason a funnel doesn't work is it just doesn't have a funnel-friendly offer. So what happens a lot of times is people go, okay, I'm going to start a funnel. I'm going to just take what I've done on my launch and I'm going to tweak it slightly and shove it into some automation software and then boom, funnel, right? Wrong. So the thing with funnels is because they're missing that kind of live element. They're missing that kind of direct interaction and connection and stuff with you, is that they do need to be set up differently. Basically, your offer in your funnel has to be a full body hell yes from the person watching. It has to be the most, absolutely the thing for them, the best, amazing value, something that they just can't say no to, something that they can't wait till later on, something they need now. And there's lots of different moving pieces that come to make up a funnel-friendly offer. First of all, obviously, it's what is the value that you've included. So to be able to know that, you really need to know who your target market is, what they want, what they see as valuable, what they really need. And that involves really doing a bit of a deep dive into their target market. And quite often people find, because we go through this in great depth inside the 5K funnel formula, that when they do this exercise, they're just like, oh my God, I've been offering the wrong thing this whole time. Or I thought my target market was one person, but it's not that person anymore. I've evolved and they've evolved. And, I've been speaking to the wrong person. So if you are, if your targeting is off a little bit, then the value that you're trying to give to that person will probably be off as well. And it's not going to be this full body hell yes. So you need that. You also need to make sure that your pricing is bang on. And this doesn't just mean pricing it so crazy low that it's seems like a bargain bin kind of offer. I don't advocate that. In fact, I don't actually really advocate discounting at all inside your funnel. There's other ways to show value, but you do need to make sure that you do need to price strategically, because the thing is, there are some price points which are just going to work better in a funnel than others, because some price points, like, if something's like several thousands of dollars, then they probably want to speak to someone. They're probably going to have a few questions before they make that kind of investment. So you need to find that really happy middle ground, that you're pricing something where people can feel confident, feel enough trust in something automated to give you that yes, but also that you've factored in and you've priced it appropriately to include a bit of a marketing budget. Because if you're going to be creating an evergreen funnel, part of your traffic, at least, I advocate that people really focus on growing their free traffic for their funnels and that you add the paid traffic in later. But, part of your traffic will be paid, and you need to make sure you've got a margin that covers that. So figuring out that right pricing, figuring out that right value, making sure that your messaging and your market is bang on. These pieces all come together and create your funnel friendly offer. And if any of those are off, your funnel will not convert. It just won't. So that's number one. Funnel friendly offer. Now, number two is, and I kind of touched on this a little bit already, is when people rely just way too much on paid traffic, particularly at the start. I call paid traffic an accelerator. Like, it's something that it's like throwing gasoline onto a fire, right? But you gotta have the fire first. If you just had some wet logs and you threw gasoline on it, like, nothing happens. The logs are just continue to be wet and now they smell worse. So you need to have that fire burning first. And you need to have systems set up to really make sure that not only are you just with your organic traffic and your existing list driving people into your funnel and getting sales that way, which literally costs you nothing, but you also have these, really just basic traffic pillars set up. Things like, having some pillar content for SEO, having a strategy for sharing on social media, doing things that help you get out there and get you seen more, like getting onto, podcasts and doing PR and all that kind of jazz, which I know sounds kind of scary, but can be really super easy. And I actually have like some step-by-step checklists, scripts, the works for how to do this. That whole piece I call the amplification stage, and it's actually stage 3 in my 5K funnel formula. So people who just rely too much on ads, the thing is that the people coming in through ads they're super cold. They don't know who you are. And even the best funnel and the best content, it's going to mean that your conversion rate's actually going to be a bit lower. And it also means it can be quite expensive up front to get rolling, particularly if you have split payment options, because you might be paying a couple of $100s to get that sale if they're coming through ads, and they might only be paying a couple of $100 for their first payment. So it's going to take a few months to stack enough payments for this to then be profitable. So this is where a lot of people get stuck. They kind of find this, their funnel might be fantastic. It might be working, but they're just trying to shove too much cold traffic into it too soon. And they are they're not getting an immediate ROI. So they're not getting any immediate cash flow. Like, maybe they're covering costs, but they're not actually making any profit. And there's only so long that you can kind of sustain that, right? So you need to be getting profit up front. And that's why I always teach you should really, really make sure that you're maximizing and optimizing the traffic and list you already have, that you then go and really amplify that traffic using a few really simple, but, hell of effective traffic boosting strategies. And then you pour on the gasoline. And then, it all works so nicely together. And that's when you get really good return on investment, or ROI. That's when you're able to scale, and that's when you're making really good profit. So too much reliance on Facebook ads, especially right at the start, is a total funnel killer. Now, number 3 is know your numbers and know the ones that matter. Because the thing is, when your funnel is failing, or you think your funnel is failing, then normally the reason people think that is it's number of sales. It's cash in versus cash out. And people kind of have this like freak out of, oh my God, it's not working. As I mentioned before, particularly when you're using paid traffic, sometimes it can take a little while for that to warm up. But the thing is, there are certain metrics you should be tracking. There's a lot of metrics you can be tracking. I recommend my peeps track between 3 to 5, depending on what kind of business they have and how exactly their funnel is set up. And if you know what those metrics are and what the benchmarks are, like where they should be, if they are hitting those benchmarks, if you have a quiet week, you don't need to freak out. You can go, okay, I get it. I know it's going to work. I know I'm ticking the right boxes, and next week will be amazing. So You need to know your metrics, because the problem is when you don't know your metrics is I've seen people pull the plug on funnels that are actually freaking awesome just because they weren't tracking the right metrics. They were using the wrong things to decide whether or not their funnel was working. And normally that thing was, how much money is in my bank this week? And as I said, sometimes this is building a snowball, baby. This is going, when you get your funnel up and running and rolling, it's like slowly, more, bigger, hold on tight. This is amazing. Like, that is how a funnel takes off. It takes this first thing takes a couple of weeks, a month, and then it's like boom. That's when that's when your business is radically changed. But you have to make sure you are tracking the right things at the start. You've set it up correctly from the start, and that way you know that you are on track, and you can just go, okay, quiet week is cool. I was prepared for that. I knew that was going to happen. Everything is still hunky-dory. Everything is still ticking the boxes. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to kill something that 2 weeks from now is going to be absolutely killing it. So those are my 3 big funnel killers. I see people do things, I see happen over and over again, that will make people think funnels don't work, or they don't work for them. And it's totally not true. It just means you've made one of these 3 super easy to make, super simple to fix mistakes. So if you want to come in and see what the inside of a funnel that is freaking rocking looks like, and exactly how you can set that up, like, it's a really simple 4-step process. I'm sharing it all in the free funnel masterclass I'm running right now. Link is link is above or below. So make sure you click through, grab your seat. Make sure you have pen and paper ready, because you're going to be taking a whole heap of notes. And I'm going to show you exactly how you can create this in your own business right now, using exactly what you already have, and how amazing and how epic and how absolutely business and life changing it can be as well. So I really hope you love it. I can't wait to see you inside, and I'll see you all next week. Bye.